Hi everyone, my name is Nick Hadjigeorgakis and I'm the founder and CEO of Intrabuild, a company that was founded in 2013 and specializes in interior renovations and alterations in New York City. Renovations in New York City can be extremely challenging, mainly because a lot of general contractors do not meet the criteria for the work they're being hired for. This is why we have decided to create a series of tutorials in order to educate homeowners and help them to avoid these types of problems. There are two different types of renovations, decorative and alterations. Decorative means when you want to refinish your floor, skim coat and paint your walls, replace your doors, your trims, or your kitchen cabinets. In this case, you may still need to pull some permits from the Department of Buildings, but your licensed electrician and your licensed plumber can pull those permits online without you having to hire an architect and file with the Department of Buildings. Alteration means when you want to change the layout of your home, when you want to create an addition, when you want to add another floor, and when you want to renovate your bathroom. In this case, you need to hire an architect that will create drawings with a scope of work and file with the Department of Buildings. Then your contractor will be able to pull his alteration type 2 or type 1 permit and get the work started. The first step is to find and hire an architect. The architect will spend time with you, finalize the scope of work, create drawings and file it with the Department of Buildings. Also, he's going to create the bidding documents so your general contractors will bid on exactly the same scope of work. There's different ways to find an architect. One is to look online, 2 is to ask for a friend's reference, and number 3 is to ask your general contractor. Find between 2 and 3 architects. 1, schedule a phone call with them and get a feeling of the conversation. Number 2, check the online presence and their reviews. And number 3, ask them if they have any ongoing projects and to put you in contact with homeowners and ask them about their experience working with them. There's different ways to find a good general contractor. Number 1, ask your friends that recently renovated if they can recommend their contractors. Number 2, ask your architect. And number 3, you can search online in different platforms. The most important part of the process is how to vet your contractor. Number 1, make sure they have strong online presence and they have good online reviews. Good contractors cannot afford to have a bad review online. This is going to give you power. If something goes wrong in your renovation and if you write a bad review, your contractor has certainly something very important to lose. Number 2, online reviews are very important, but also note that anyone can ask his friends to write them reviews online. A very good way to double check all those reviews is to ask them for ongoing projects, especially with a similar scope of work with yours. Visit the sites, ask them to put you in contact with the homeowners and talk to them and ask them on how the contractor is doing so far. Number 3, and one of the most important steps of vetting, is insurance coverage. You need to make sure that your general contractor has adequate coverage for every single part of your scope of work. You see a 2 million general liability and a 5 million umbrella and you think you are covered. You are not. Based on the New York City labor law, any worker of any subcontractor that walks into your apartment or into your home can sue the homeowner. You are responsible for their safety. So you need to make sure that your contractor has a policy that has action over bodily injury and that in any case you cannot get hurt. There is policies out there with 2 million GL and 5 million umbrella liability that cover only tiling and they have exclusions for anything else in the scope of work. The best way to make sure that your contractor has the right policy is to go to a licensed professional, an insurance broker, and pay him a fee to check your contractor's policies, not just the certificate of insurance, but his overall policy, and make sure that they can cover your overall scope of work and you are safe. After you vet your general contractors, it's time to receive between 3 and 4 bids. Make sure that all 4 bids are as per your architect's drawings and also as per code. This is gonna ensure that you will not get any change orders for any code compliance items. If your architect missed a couple of electrical points in his architectural drawings, it's your contractor's responsibility to include them in his bid. Now that you have between 3 and 4 bids, it's time for you to compare prices. If one of them is considerably higher or considerably lower, this is usually a red flag. The next step is to schedule a phone call with the general contractors that we are still considering working with. See who is the one that you feel most comfortable with. Ask them any questions you have about timing, schedule, project management, and what's their process on change orders. And after you choose who is the one you want to work with, sign an AIA contract. This is a contract that is made by the American Institute of Architects. They have a prefabricated contract with special terms that are great for you and your contractor. In case there's a dispute and you are into an AIA contract, your architect has the power to resolve the matter. Be very careful before you start the project. You need to make decisions on all of your finished materials. Kitchen cabinets, countertops, paint, what kind of flooring, tiles, plumbing fixtures. Make sure you make all of your decisions on time to avoid any delays and to help your general contractors stay within schedule. You have followed every step and it's time for you to sign a contract with your general contractor. Trust your judgment. You have picked a very good architect, a very good general contractor. Follow their process and have an amazing renovation.